So, did you catch that Binance futures volumes hit 6-month highs in
Yeah,
July?
indeed.
It's like um, a real wake up call in the crypto derivative space.
Absolutely. It's pretty wild. We're talking about $2.55 trillion in futures volume, which is, well, massive compared to previous months.
Right? And, that's not just any number. This surge, especially after sharp price moves in Bitcoin and altcoins, shows how volatile this space is getting.
Yep. And speaking of volatility, the trading volumes overall seem to point to a renewed um, energy among traders. Do you think this could be a result of that recent price breakout?
Exactly. The analyst mentioned that the jump in futures volume followed a period of intense price movements, which hints that more users are active again.
Totally. It's fascinating how these volume spikes on Binance are stark compared to what Bybit and OKX reported with 929 billion and 1.09 trillion respectively.
Yeah, Binance really dominates here. Over half of the total volume on major exchanges, which really underscores its market lead.
Yeah, but let me ask, do you think this dominance is just because of volume, or is there more to it?
It's like there's definitely more to it. Binance isn't just riding on big volumes, it's backed by superior liquidity and an amazing range of 568 trading pairs.
Right, that's impressive. True, and their daily trading volume hitting up to $134 billion on certain days only adds to the story. But um, isn't there a risk when volumes surge so dramatically?
Well, yes, there's always that risk. High volumes can lead to sharper price movements and potential issues like uh, leverage flushouts when open
I see
interest
that.
gets too high.
Yeah, speaking of open interest, I read that Bitcoin futures open interest is still pretty elevated, around 79 billion, even though it's down from its peak. That still feels like um, a volatile setup, don't you think?
Exactly, it's kind of a double-edged sword. High open interest suggests um, that many traders have active positions, which can really amplify price swings if there's a sudden market move.
Totally can happen. But then, doesn't that also serve as a sort of price discovery mechanism? More trading and higher open interest mean traders are expressing valuable opinions on future prices, right?
Precisely. It's interesting how futures markets play that role. They not only reflect current sentiment, but also help in forecasting future
Yeah,
trends.
that's the beauty of it. Now, I heard some critics say that these surges in derivatives can sometimes mask underlying market vulnerabilities. What's your take on that?
I get that point. It's like, um, while high volumes show that activity is up, they can also be a warning signal for potential corrections. If, say, leverage gets too extreme, it might lead to a sharp unwind in positions, triggering a cascade in the spot market.
Yep, that makes sense. Right, it's a delicate balance. And while Binance leads in liquidity and volume, its very scale could, in some eyes, exacerbate these risks, don't you think?
I would say that um, it's a matter of scale and risk management. Binance's robust infrastructure and liquidity help, but uh, the overall market sentiment
I
ultimately
agree.
drives these swings.
Exactly. And it's also interesting to note how the crypto market's total capitalization recently hit an all-time high around $4 trillion, dollars, then pulled back near the end of July. That must have influenced the derivatives market too, right?
Definitely. The ebb and flow of market cap naturally reflects on futures trading volumes. When you're at those highs and then see a pullback, trading activity can spike as traders reposition themselves and bet
Right,
on
for
coming
sure.
moves.
In that sense, these surges might also indicate that institutional players are stepping in heavier now, testing new strategies.
Yeah, it's like um, not just retail momentum, but a broader participation from institutions, which tend to have a significant impact given the sheer size of their trades.
Absolutely. So, what do you think this means for the near future of crypto price movements?
Well, it's like um, higher futures volumes and active open interest usually set the stage for some uh, wild swings in spot prices if market sentiment
Right?
shifts
Can see
suddenly.
that. And perhaps it might continue to fuel the cycle of volatility, making both um, profits and losses bigger, right?
Exactly. Traders could see this as both an opportunity and a risk. The heightened activity paves the way for swift corrections or booms, depending on how the market reacts to new information.
Yeah, it's all about the risk-reward dynamic. You know, this scenario reminds me of a roller coaster. High peaks and deep drops, all driven by intense speculation.
Haha, exactly. It's like you're strapped in for a wild ride where every twist and turn could mean big gains or losses.
Precisely, like no ordinary ride. Do you think this environment could lead to a more mature market over time, or do the risks outweigh the benefits?
I'd say it's a bit of both. The increased participation signals maturity, but it also means that risk management becomes even more crucial. It's like investing in a supercharged car. You need to know how to handle it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting how liquidity, especially from a powerhouse like Binance, continuously buffers these risks while exposing traders to broader market dynamics.
Exactly. Binance's robust platform gives traders the freedom to take larger positions, yet also underscores potential vulnerabilities
Yep, that's
if
a
a
fair
major
assessment.
correction happens.
So, in essence, this surge in futures volume is like a double-edged sword, a sign of market vibrancy, but also an indicator of possible upcoming turbulence.
Precisely, it's kind of a telling sign that the market is recalibrating itself. When such highs are reached in these derivative markets, one must stay alert to both the opportunities and the inherent risks.
Very true. And hey, if you're someone keeping an eye on these trends, it's crucial to understand the underlying mechanics, like how open interest and liquidity are balancing each other.
Absolutely, and it's like trading is as much about managing risk as it is about seizing new opportunities. You get that dynamic interplay between market sentiment and concrete data like these volume figures.
Yeah, made perfectly clear by these numbers. Well, it's been a great discussion on the nuances of Binance's recent numbers and what they could mean for the future. Thanks for diving into it with me.
My pleasure. It's always fascinating to unpack these trends and really get into the details. Until next time, stay sharp and keep analyzing those market moves.